Well, I wanted to get online here and have a response to the original video that I did with the Lost finale sucked because my first video was awful. I was confused. It was 3 in the morning, and I was rambling. There were certain things I didn't have straight in my mind, and there's been several people that have come online and tried to correct me and enlighten me. And I said several times in the first video that I was confused or some things I didn't get. But my whole point is it's not about being right or wrong in this situation. It's about the show sucked. There's no other way. If you liked it, I even said this in the video. I don't know why so many people are upset. If you like the thing, great. But here it is. Here's the rub. And it's been a year and a half. I have not watched a Lost rerun. I haven't gone back to look at any fan blogs or anything speaking about Lost because I just at that point that night I just said I don't care. Now I've jumped back on here to kind of laugh at some of the people that have left some comments and stuff, and a year and a half later, people who are calling me stupid and I don't have a clue and I understand this thing completely. I don't care. That's great. If you understand this thing 100%, go outside and pay somebody $50 to run down to the awards shop down the street and have yourself a frickin' trophy made that says, I got the Lost finale. That's great. You have defeated me in life when it comes to the understanding of the Lost finale. Now, my point is this, and I didn't do a good job uh, on the first video. In fact, I can't even watch the first video. It's awful. It's an awful video. But and I appreciate the people that has liked it and stuff. But I was just rambling. I'm rambling now because it's late and it's Thanksgiving and I have nothing else to do, I guess. But the the whole point is this: if you sit there and watch that show, the series finale, no matter what you thought of it, no matter if you got off on the emotional attachments, and that everybody besides the black folks were at the church and they all got to walk off into heaven together. And man, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed that. My point is this: I don't think there's a soul alive that wanted that show to end that way. Um, I think it made every sage look stupid. And by sage, I mean anybody who seemed to know what the island was and that they had any secrets. Um, I think the whole flash sideways uh, alternate afterlife party where everybody, as soon as they drop dead, they can meet at Christian's funeral. Which, hey, when when I die, I want to meet all my friends at a funeral. That sounds like a party. But I mean, again, I don't want to start rambling here again. I don't want to get back into arguing, but I just want you to know, if you're honest, and that, man, the scenes where it looked like it was the land of the lost, where they're crawling in a little cave, and Desmond has been made meaningless, and Sawyer's made meaningless, and Jacob's meaningless, and John Locke is meaningless, and Ben is meaningless, and the cool Asian guy is meaningless. Everybody's meaningless except for Jack, who I hated the whole series anyway, to be honest with you. I thought he was a big a-hole. But the if there's nobody wanted to see it in that way. Now you emotionally may have liked it. You may have understood that better than I could have. But I'm not going to let it go by the wayside, and I'm not going to let people go down and say this was uh, one of the best finales ever, or the best thing that's ever happened to TV, or the best TV finale ever without a fight. And I'm going to be here fighting. And as my mind fades and I put new information into my brain, because I really don't give two craps about Lost anymore. I've given it plenty of my life. I should have spent more time learning how to play a musical instrument, or learning a second language, or reading the Bible, or spending time with my parents. I gave a lot of hours to this show for it to just turn out to be a piece of crap that's a flaming turd in TV history. I'm going to be here debating with you folks because, I understand. I like the show, I like the characters, but they need to be called out on it. And if only 2,000 people in a year's time watches these videos, and that's 2,000 people I hope to influence to say, you know what, they shouldn't be let off the hook. And the next time a network has a show that's successful and as popular as Lost, they need to put some thought into the series finale. And they haven't. If you can sit on here and you can put your comments down about how awesome everything was and how many great plot points there were, but I'll never see it that way. And it looked like a train wreck. In fact, if they were that confused and that hurt for an idea, they should have went to some message board and let some lost mark educate them, or take some ideas from some some alternate fictitious writings or something, or look at some of the people's theories on how it was going to end and go, hey, that guy has a good idea. Let's riff on that for a little while and see if we can't do something better than this pile of crap that was the series finale of Lost. And because of that, I would like to thank the people that were responsible for that episode, because I have refused to watch any of those large cast ensemble type shows because they probably won't, like Jericho and the event and all that. They get canceled halfway through because people just don't give a crap. And I think a lot of it was because people at the end of Lost realized that it was a worthless trip. In fact, I want to thank whoever wrote the comment on my first video. The best way you can describe it, I'm going to end with this. The best way you can describe Lost is that it was a wonderful trip that ended at the Walmart parking lot. And if you disagree with that, I think you're just trying to fool yourself. And if you really enjoyed the Lost series finale, God bless you, man. Rock and roll. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm glad you could be enjoyed. I'm glad you could be entertained by mediocrity, because you're going to have a happy life. So anyway, I'll see you next time.